Welcome back to Sustainability Essentials. I'm Kiarne Treacy, founder and CEO at Sustainability Tracker, here with Tamara Somers, the GM of Sustainability at Xero. We are here answering your most commonly asked questions about sustainability in small business. Tam, we are well into 2025 and we know that there are changes happening, lots of changes happening this year, and a lot of new ESG trends and regulatory change and reform, new mandates coming. Some of these affect small businesses, some of them don't. Some of them will affect small business later down the track. So if you were to share with us just those key things for a small or medium business that they need to start thinking about right now in sustainability and how to prepare for the future, where would you start?
What I'd start with is realising that if you're a small business, just because legislation or regulation doesn't capture you directly, doesn't mean you won't be impacted by it. What we're seeing with mandatory climate disclosure legislation, so that's legislation that requires large companies to report on their emissions and what they're doing to reduce them. And we're seeing that right across the globe. We're seeing it in Australia, in New Zealand, in the UK, in the EU, in many parts of Asia as well, Singapore, China, they all have mandatory climate disclosure legislation now. And what that means, that if you're a business who is supplying into those larger businesses, they are going to want to know what your emissions are. And what I would really recommend is that you don't wait for them to ask, because calculating your carbon footprint does take a little bit of work. There are plenty of tools available to help make it simpler and to help you use the data that you already have in your accounting system like Xero to do that. But get started now, because if you're one of the small businesses who's on the front foot and you're able to say to your larger suppliers, here, I have that information about my carbon emissions and I can back that up, then you're already positioning yourself as a preferred supplier.
And I think we're already seeing trends where small businesses, medium businesses who want to prepare for the future and they want to know that their supply chain is prepared, they're favouring those who are organised. They're favouring those with sustainability credentials. They're favouring those who have their reporting in order because it makes life easier. And there's an example, if you are a B certified organisation, you know, B Corps, they like to work with B Corps because it helps. It helps with their own scoring. It helps knowing that they don't have to go and look into their supply chain. So if it's not just for preparing your own business and protecting your own business from environmental and mandatory climate reporting, but actually just to do good business and to be a preferred supplier, it's really worth getting into it. The other thing that you said is that this is not just in Australia, it's global. And so if you're supplying into major organisations globally or in Australia, like for example, a major supermarket or a major retail organisation, they might come knocking. They probably will soon. So don't wait. If you wait, then you'll have to go scramble, get started now, access the tools, access the carbon accounting tools that are available through your Xero subscription, because that's a great place to start. So there you have it. First thing to do, get started now, start planning, start reporting, and you won't get caught out later on.
For the next 12 months, Someday is available for free to all Xero customers.